Chip Herr on the pole. Outside, P.D. Cunningham, then Michael Galati and Pierre Kleinubing. That's the top four. Mazda's on the inside. Real-time Acura's on the outside. There are the lights. In this sun, it may be difficult to get a good shot of them. No, we can see them pretty well. The lights are on. And now we're racing at Lime Rock Park. Chip Herr drops the hammer on his Mazda and a Bimmerworld BMW off already. James Clay, the number 36, at the drop. Has a problem, pulls off. Oh, and contact. That's Espinlaub. Oh, and he gets hit.
Oh, everybody.
Here we go.
Now, that's the stack-up domino effect that we always talk about here at Lime Rock. When you get down there, you get on the brakes, the guy hits you from behind, pushes you, and the guy that you're in front of, and you got this mess, and it's still going on.
That's the big schmozzle, and now another problem for one of the real-time cars. Might have gotten hung up in that problem at the start. We'll move a little bit further back to the battle for ninth. We talked about the problems that Charles Espinlaub had early on. Espinlaub, the first of the blue cars right there in the 73, and then Charlie Putman right there in the green and white Tyndall Motorsports Mazda, and then Nick Nasayan and another of the Bimmerworld BMWs right behind him. So a great battle going on everywhere around here. Nick Nasayan writes some of the funniest blogs on the Speed World Challenge website. If you haven't gone to that website, you need to, because he writes some stuff. I was in stitches the other day reading Nick Nasayan's blog from the VIR weekend. Speed Touring Car Championship Round 5 from Lime Rock Park. The action all around this racetrack through Big Bend. On board with Seth Thomas right now.
That's Kleinubing, Pierre Kleinubing, right in front there. He was actually alongside of him in the straightaway, but Pierre outbraked going into turn 1.
This is the battle for third. Kleinubing has it. Thomas wants it. On to No Name Straight, which I find funny because A, it should have a name, and B, it's not straight.
Right.
Never has been. You talk about excitement. We have been watching the battle with Nick Nasayan, Charlie Putman, Charles Espinlaub. Well, here's the crash that we thought was going to happen a long time ago.
Nick Nasayan got in too deep with the BMW, locked up, and when he did, it turned the car into the side of the, you'll see it really good here. There's your lockup. He gets into the green Mazda.
Chip Herr, the last time, the downhill. You can almost put it in neutral and post from here. P.D. Cunningham will not give up. You never know. Something can go wrong. They flash down the front straightaway. You see the celebration in the cockpit. You can see Chip Herr waving to the crew. Kathy Malik at the head of the grid will give them the board. And now she will get out of the way as the lights will come on. And when those lights go off, the standing start that is World Challenge, we'll be underway, and we are from Watkins Glen. Let's see who gets a good jump. You see, looks like Galati, actually Chip Herr to the left there in the Tyndall Motorsports Mazda. Gets a good start. Seth Thomas, look at Thomas in the blue BMW. Great run up to the front, slots in third as they head into turn 1.
And Brian, these Bimmerworld BMWs have had trouble with the starts. They've been breaking all kind of driveline components. They've been working real hard to try to find that problem.
On board, 97 up through the S's. Chip Herr. Remember, he took the victory in the last round. Look at this side-by-side pass. Kuno Whitmer
that's
up through the S's.
Crazy up through there.
13 World Challenge Championships between those first 3 drivers right there. So you talk about experience. Cunningham has 4. Kleinubing has 4. Galati, the only 5-time World Challenge champion, and they are running right there in lockstep. First, second, and third. And this Tyndall Motorsports team seems to be rejuvenated as well. Last year, Tri-Point had the strength as far as the Mazda contingent, but right now, it's all about Tyndall.
Kleinubing going defensive. You see him moving out of it. Now, Galati to the inside would take that position for second.
Not defensive enough. That little Mazda really seemed to get the run up through the S's. Speed Touring Car Championship Round 6 from Watkins Glen. Championship points leader, Kuno Whitmer, has found the beach there at the bus stop. Take a look. This is the battle for 5th.
He got helped to find the beach. Take a look here. You see James Clay in the back of the BMW moving back and forth. Now they enter here side by side. This is not smart. Here's the bump. No question about it. Now, the bad news is when you get in that gravel trap, you don't get out. It's going to bring out a full course caution.
The real-time Acura of P.D. Cunningham will lead the field back to green. 5-time champion Michael Galati right behind him. Galati looking to find his way back into the winner's circle. This is a slow restart.
Yeah, Cunningham stacking them up here. Look.
Dragging his foot on the brake. Back to green, and Galati with a great start. down into turn 1. What do you always say, Dorsey? Yellows?
Breed yellows, and watch this. It's going to be 3 wide. Right there's the 3 wide I'm talking about.
On board the 73, Charles Espinlab.
3 into 1, boys.
You saw the contact there, the 36 of James Clay, and now Espinlab looking up the inside. Up through the S's, Galati has taken over the lead. You see the Tyndall Motorsports Mazda has gotten past that bright orange and white real-time Acura up in front, and Galati leads on to the back straightaway down into the bus stop. Cunningham getting shuffled back.
Well, Peter was trying to be crafty on that restart, and unfortunately, he kind of got himself.
He outcrafted himself.
Yeah, Michael had none of it. You know, he said, okay, I'm going to get to the throttle first and see what happens. Oh, and there's the car spinning again.
And
another
guess
one
what?
in. Another full-course yellow about to come out, and that car got helped.
On board with Charles Espinlab, running 5th right now. The first of the Tri-Point Mazda 6s. Running right there, that's Chip Herr in front of him. And they talk about shock development. You saw the big blue sticker on the hood of that Tri-Point or the Tyndall Motorsport Mazda that said Ohlings on it. That is the shock company that they've gone to now, and so they're wanting to advertise their performance. Right now, Galati doing a good job of advertising it right out in front.
You know, Chip Herr is the only kind of odd man out. Oh, boy, do we got a big one on the front straightaway. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars involved that I can tell, and it's all the Bimmer World cars, and I believe...
It does look like the entire Bimmer World stable there. That's Nick Isayan's onboard camera.
Wow, that is way down off of the turn 11. Past pit in.
All 3 Bimmer World BMWs involved in this crash, and one of the Tri-Point Mazdas. Take a look.
This is a big crash, too, let me tell you. He's going fast here. Oh, man. That is a vicious crash. Look at that. Nowhere to go.
It looked like the 36 of James Clay is the leading BMW comes through. He loses it at the exit, I think, Dorsey.
Right there. Clay tags the wall and then just gets it all going. Man, that car must have spun 10 times around.
The Tri-Point.
Take a look here. Watch this.
On board with Nick Isayan.
Oh, man. Nowhere to go. No way can you get through.
Oh, and then contact again.
Wow.
Big impact
That's
there.
as big a wreck in that corner as I've seen, and I've been here a long time.
The checkered flag will fly, and they'll take it in pit lane. You see the Toyota Pace truck leading the field back down pit.
Kathy Malik shows 5-second board, and we are going to be underway very shortly here at Mid-Ohio for this 7th round of the championship. The revs are up. We're green.
Oh, looked like Petey was a little bit slow getting the jump there. He's getting challenged on the outside.
It's one of the nice things here, this turn, even though it's fast, turn 1 wide enough, you can run 2 by 2, and they still are, but that's going to give Whitmer the inside into the keyhole, and that's a key corner. Petey now has to worry about somebody coming up the inside, and he shuts the door and closes it, and we've got Kleinubing is off already. Rob Holland in the Dodge, and one of the Tri-Point Mazdas, he is stuck, he's going nowhere. And, Johnny, let's go back, take another look at it.
Well, you know what? Typical, everybody funneling to the inside right there. Oh, that's what happened right there. Charles got up on the curbing. Pierre was picking that outside line, setting himself up to go through turn 2. It would have been a brilliant move, was it not for... Oh, man. Bam.
Well, and there was the other of the real-time entries. I think Dino Crescentini right here. That's Dino.
He goes for that inside. Crescentini moves him over a little bit. Bam. Wow.
Oh, Jason Martinelli. Oh, boy, he's coming across in front. Hit the brakes. Now he's skating. Everybody's scattering. Look at Jason Santi right now all over the curve trying to find a way by Petey Cunningham. This track is tough to pass on, and you notice in the background there's the first of those Bimmer World BMWs is no longer in the frame, and I think the tough to pass on frustration maybe caught out to a guy named Putman.
Yeah, you know what? As we see right here at the end of the long straightaway, Putman, a little bit ambitious, a little bit of contact. Well, I mean, if you're saying a lot of contact.
I was going to say, that's all relative, isn't it? Boy, last-second move, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what? And really, if Hassan's not looking for that move, you know, you're going to have that contact. But, you know, at the same time, if I'm putting him and he opens that door for me, I've got to go. I've got to shoot that gap. And so really, Hassan never should have opened up the door for that, because that really did send a signal.
Martinelli, boy, he is hanging on. But this is where Seth really gets a strong run. The problem with Seth is now he's got Chip right there. Now Seth looks outside. Now goes to the inside. Going deep on the brakes. He's got to get it stopped. He does. Now Martinelli, though, swings to the outside.
Oh, yeah, that's
never going to work.
Chip. That's Chip's move.
Oh, there's contact again.
You know what? And that's a really tough call there, because Martinelli came down on him. He opened up that door.
Here we go. Kuno Whitmer. He's the only guy who's won more than one this year. Now he's going to be the only guy who's won even more than two. What a run.